Today I'm going to be doing the 13 questions tag, so let's get started.
Carolyn's going to attempt to vlog every day. April's really crazy. Why isn't this in May? She's short, she's southern, she's got a little sass, and if you don't like me, you can kiss my...
Number 1, what do you order at Starbucks? I rarely go to Starbucks, but when I do, I get an iced coffee, or if I want to treat myself, a Frappuccino or a caramel macchiato, but 9 times out of 10, an iced coffee with skim milk and a little bit of Splenda. Number 2, what's one thing in your closet that you can't live without? You know, I don't really know if I have one piece of clothing that I couldn't live without in my closet. Most of them are rather replaceable. But one thing that I absolutely love are my rainbow flip-flops. They're obviously like well worn and well loved. But during the summer I wear these practically every day, and they've seen better days, but they're so comfortable and fabulous. So I'd say my rainbow flip-flops. Number 3, what's one thing most people probably wouldn't know about you? I feel like I'm rather open, and most of the things about me people know. I mean, most of the people in my real life don't really know that I make videos, so because you're watching this, you know that though, so that doesn't help you much. Number 4, name one thing you want to do before you die. I've made a video about this before, a long time ago, and it's private now, and I was like super dramatic and crazy, but yeah, I want to travel a lot and just enjoy my life, and I mean, hopefully have kids and get married and, you know, have a happy life, but that might not necessarily be what's happy for me, so, you know, I'm just gonna roll with the punches and see where my life takes me, but travel and be happy are big things. Number 5, what's one food that you cannot live without? Carrots, maybe chicken. It's a close one. Number 6, what quote or phrase do you live your life by? Okay, so I have 2 for this answer, and the first one is on this journal. It's a Thoreau quote, and it says, "Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you've imagined." And I think that's a good, like, thing to live by, because dreams, little or big, like, I think it's always good to have something to aspire to, and that you don't have to be a product of your situation. You can, you know, make your own choices, and you can drive where your life goes. Okay, the second one is religious. So if you're not religious, I'm sorry. It's when Jesus is talking to a bunch of teachers and lawyers and people, and one of them asks Jesus, "What is the greatest commandment?" And Jesus says, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind and with all your strength. And the second is to love your neighbor as yourself, and that there is no greater command than this." And so that's kind of how I like to live my life, is first loving God, secondly loving other people. I think that's super important and is a big driver in how I approach people and situations and life in general. That is from Mark chapter 12, and it's around verse 28 to 34, yeah, around that area. Few verses. Number 7, what do you like and dislike about the YouTube community? I have a plan later in the month to talk about the YouTube community and my YouTube experience. So I'm going to give a brief answer here. I love the interactivity of the YouTube community. I think it's awesome and great and wonderful. The downsides are the power dynamics and some of the situations that arise related to that. So I'll be talking about that later, but yeah, that's the brief answer. Number 8, what's your number 1 most listened to song on iTunes? You know what? I don't really know. Let's go check. Please note that I have a CD player in my car, so I listen to the CDs and the music that are in there a lot, so I rarely listen to them on my computer, and I rarely listen to my iPod. So this is very indicative of what I'm listening to while I'm sitting at my computer. With 46 plays, Birdie's Skinny Love. With 35 plays, Mumford & Sons' Sigh No More. And with 32 plays, Regina Spektor's Samson. So that probably says a lot about me. Number 9, what kind of style would you define yourself as having? In middle school and high school, my style was very preppy, like half the time, and very casual half the time. So some days I would be wearing polo shirts with headbands and, you know, pearls And then the other days I'd be wearing jeans and a t-shirt. I don't really know if I have a set style now, but half the time I'm still doing the casual jeans t-shirt thing. And then half the time I'll spice it up with a nice top or a piece of fun jewelry. And then sometimes I'll go super fancy, you know, nice dresses and all that sorts of stuff. So my style is kind of fluid. I have very preppy stuff in my wardrobe. I have bohemian stuff. And it just depends on my mood that day, and what I'm doing is what my style for that day is. Number 10, favorite number. 26, number 11, 2 hobbies. I love to craft, and the internet. Does the internet count as a hobby? Number 12, 2 pet peeves. People who are perpetually late to things, and people who smack their gum. Number 13, guilty pleasures. I don't really feel guilty about most of the things that I consume. Maybe a little too much Netflix. Is that guilt? No, I don't. Guilty pleasure TV show, maybe? Toddlers and Tiaras? I don't know. So that's it for today. That was the 13 questions tag, and I'll post the tag in the description box if you want to do it yourself. I tag Emily, Elizabeth, Salma, Allison, and everyone else who watches this video and is doing VEDA to do the tag as well, because it's a interesting tag, not questions you normally see. I found it on the internet. I did not create this tag by any means, so don't give me credit for this. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye! It's really hot in here and I had to turn the fan off because it was being too noisy. Can y'all hear the ice cream truck? No? I don't know. Bye! I don't know what that was.